Jake Odorizzi won the game, finishing a complete game one-hitter as Minnesota took care of the Rays 2-0. It was their 7th win in a row. The Kansas City Royals combined to allow only 4 hits as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 6-1. They had previously lost 11 in a row. The Tigers' third baseman, number 46, had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate as the Tigers disposed of the Angels 10-3. The A's pitched well, allowing 3 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 1-0. Robinson Chirinos plated 3 runs on the day, leading Texas to victory over the Mariners 5-4. The Chi Sox allowed 5 hits in the game as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 5-4. The Milwaukee Brewers knocked out 10 hits as a team as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 4-0. The Miami Marlins put together 10 hits total as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 4-3. Michael Franco was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs, leading the Fightin' Phils over the Mets 4-2. Brian Dunsing got his 3rd win this season as the Cubs took down the rival Cards 4-3. The Pirates starting pitcher, number 37, earned the win, his 4th this season, helping lead the Pirates to victory over the Nationals 5-4. Dennis Lemieux earned the 3rd W of his season as the Friars took
Now from the home of the Angels for nearly a half-century, there's a look at Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Ought to be a good one here between the Detroit Tigers and the Angels. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Angels Baseball on the show. Matt Vasgersian here with you. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, as we get set to get things going, it's the pitching that has to be considered one of the strong points on this ball club.
Yeah, and pitching is going to be important for these guys. No question about it. They're only going to go as far as this group right here is going to take them. And to me, it looks like a staff that's capable of getting the job done.
So a moment now to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, hopefully with the wind blowing out, you're not going to see too many guys in that lineup with their eyes too big thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just going to hit it out there into that wind. Stay focused, but if you get something up in the zone, drill it.
Number 46 stands in for the first time. First pitch coming, here it is. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hit to short. Taken in by Simmons. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Well, that's how you want to start a ball game. 3 pitches and 2 outs. He's not even loose yet, but he's almost through the first inning.
Miguel Cabrera will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1. And Eric, this Angel Ball Club entering play here tonight, they have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
And it's been a little bit of a rocky start to the homestand. Just 1 win to show for their first 4 games. I think it starts with the pitching. They've got to get a good performance out of this starter if they want to turn around their fortune.
Scorched to third. Balbuena fields it cleanly. Throw to Pujols is going to be in time, and the inning is over. Down in order. Well, a moment now to take a look at the starting 9 for Mike Scioscia's Angels. What's this club need to focus on here this evening, Steve?
Well, they need to get guys on base, so you need patience at the top of the lineup and then aggressiveness out of the middle of the order once you've got some guys to drive in.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the defense for the Detroit Tigers. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality. plays guys straight up. So we'll see how that impacts this game.
Ground ball left side. Backhanded from deep in the hole. And a heck of an effort that time, but the throw's too late, and that'll certainly be scored an infield single to lead off the inning.
Well, this would have taken a superhuman effort right here, deep in the hole. You see, he doesn't have time to plant himself, so he just leaps into the air, fires it across the diamond. Just a great effort, but this was always going to be a base hit.
Mike Trout will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. And he takes ball 1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Chopped weakly to the left. Iglesias is up with it. One there on the first, and as Ernie may have said, it's 2 for the price of 1 for the Tigers. 2 away.
Well, no question that keeping the ball on the ground is going to be an important tool for him moving forward. This is a good start here as he bounces back from the leadoff single to get himself the nice 6-4-3.
Justin Upton will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
Belted high in the air out to left. Reyes looking up, and this one is gone. A home run. And that, folks, is his first home run in the big leagues. It's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Yeah, you're right, man. I remember mine. I hit it in my first at-bat of the 1992 season against the San Diego Padres. It's hard to describe exactly what you feel as you round the bases, but as you can imagine, it's pretty awesome. So hopefully he can get that ball back soon so it can go in his trophy room. But I want you to check out the location of where this pitch is in the strike zone. It's up and it's right down the middle. I mean, maybe you get away with that to a 220 hitting backup catcher, but not to a guy like this.
Albert.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
Well, he just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, some call Simmons a pitcher's umpire because he's been known to have a wide zone at times, but I think he evens it out, to be honest with you. Pretty fair overall.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Reyes moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Angels hit the board first thanks to this solo home run. Second inning coming up, and the Angels lead it here 1-0. Nick Castellanos makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Nick Castellanos.
First delivery to him on the way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Now a splitter that time that had a bit too much to it as it just about got him.
Yeah, he's letting these guys know early on. He's not going to be afraid to work inside. That'll be something they'll need to think about.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. Kinsler is up with it. Throw to first to be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Yeah, there's a good start to the inning. He gets a nice little Sunday hop, and it's a day early at that. He's able to make the easy play over to first.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. That's smoked, but right into the shift. Tough throw to first. Throw got him, and that's a gorgeous play.
Now these infielders have been busy early on, and that's another ground ball out for him. Probably not going to be the last one we see either.
James McCann into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. In tight with the curveball, backed up on him a little there, and it's ball one.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside.
On a great pitch there, caught in reach, and it's 1-1.
And like most right-handed power guys, he's a good high ball hitter, so that's where you're going to want to keep that fastball going forward.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Boy, that is as close to unhittable as it gets.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Hot shot toward third, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
And that'll break the string of 5 straight to start the night. They finally get their first base runner here with 2 outs in the second. Good to at least get something on this guy before he really settles into a groove out there.
Jose Iglesias is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. This is in the air to right. Calhoun is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Tigers leave 1. They still trail 1-0. Cole Calhoun strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Reyes will wait on it. 1 down.
Batting 6.
Andrelton Simmons will get his first opportunity here, and he enters play 3rd in the American League batting race. Into the windup and the pitch. This is line to left. Reyes is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the 2nd out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Here's Luis Valbuena now. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. Angels lead at 1-0 here in inning number 2. And a strike to even the count, 1-1.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're gonna beat me, you're gonna have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's gonna give this guy anything he can pull.
Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
And if you're not careful, this is the kind of guy that can run off 6 scoreless innings against you from here out. So that first inning run isn't something you can bank on holding up.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
It's just so hard to lay off that slow changeup. He just did break that swing off in time.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And good work there as this is taken for ball 4, and the Angels have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave into it. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Hit hard up the middle. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because he would have taken his head off.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. 2 down, runners at first and second. And he misses with it, 1-1. Pitch taken there by Kinsler, and he's out in front now. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9-hole.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole and getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Yeah, and this has been the big concern with this guy over the last couple of seasons. He's prone to getting hurt by the base on balls. Already, that's 2 walks here in the early going. And that's something that he's going to need to get a handle on pretty quick.
Zach Cozart has a great opportunity now to break this game wide open as he comes to the plate with the bases loaded.
Yeah, I'm sure he's been watching closely here, Matt. Always feels great to get some run support from your guys.
First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1.
And with the bases loaded, why not take one for the team right there and let that pitch hit you? It could have been a run.
Oh, and he comes after him again there. Ball 2. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
The 2-0 pitch. Hit high and deep to left field. Reyes racing back, still going back. Gone! It's a grand slam! So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. And the lead for the Angels grows now to 5-0.
And on the mound, when he got that second out, you had a feeling maybe he's going to work his way out of this. Well, think again. That's a worst outcome possible right there.
The center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. As he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike 1. Back to the drawing board now for that man after the grand slam.
Yeah, with 2 outs, that absolutely killed him.
And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit. Release point, mechanics, just about everything looks out of whack right now.
And these are the guys that really scare you. The guys that have absolutely no clue where the ball's going. Time to close up that stance just a little bit, I think.
And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
You know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off-speed and then holding back on the swing.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Grounded to short. Iglesias is there. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. But the damage long since done for the Halos as they get 4 on the grand slam. We've played 2. It's now a 5-0 Halos lead. Victor Reyes is into the box
Leading
as
off for
we
the
are all
Tigers,
set to begin the
left
third.
fielder,
Well, you know, they've fallen
Victor
behind by quite
Reyes.
a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
The windup and the 0-1. Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now. Too high. 1-2.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. 1-2, here it comes. Grounded to third. There is Valbuena. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Now, his cushion out there has gone from a 1-run lead to a 5-run lead. So he can afford to go right after these guys, and he did so right there to get that first out of the inning.
Settling in now, Dixon Machado. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And that's in there for strike one. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit softly on the ground to third. Valbuena charging this one, and a throw to Pujols is in time for the second out.
There's nothing easy about this play right here.
Leonis
It's a high chopper, so he knows he's going to have to field and throw pretty much all in one motion. And he does so here to get his man. That's a nice play.
Here's Leonis Martin. Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Justin Upton digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3. And it looks like a right-hander's got enough to throw in the Tiger bullpen. We'll move ahead now to the top of inning number 4. Number 46 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Number 46.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. To short. Simmons has it. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
First baseman number 24, Miguel Cabrera.
Into the box, Miguel Cabrera. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Inside with a first pitch splitter, and it's 1-0. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. So take a look at a few and see what he's got.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Hit hard to short. Simmons is there. Throw on to first will take care of Cabrera for the second out.
Well, very quickly, 5 pitches and 2 outs here in the 4th. So those are the kind of innings you love to have if you plan on working deep into a ball game.
Very weakly on the ground. Throw over to Pujols at first. He'll take care of him to end the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Luis Valbuena is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Time to pick this one up now in the top of inning number 5.
Leading off for Detroit,
Victor Martinez heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Well, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. So just chip away, chip away.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The catcher, number 34.
An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. James McCann comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Fastball called for strike 2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Lifted in the air out to right. Calhoun giving chase. 2 down.
The amazing thing is that he's still yet to strike a guy out so far. But when you've got good movement on your off-speed stuff, you don't have to strike guys out to be successful.
Jose Iglesias is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. And there's ball 1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Victor Reyes stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Yeah, 1 pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Detroit. They're down 9-0. Cole Calhoun will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Due to time constraints, we'll pick this one up in the top of inning number 6. Dixon Machado will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Wow, talk about a difference at 24 hours.
Center fielder number
Yesterday,
12,
these guys were hitting
Leonis
everything in sight, but things sure have changed this time around. They haven't been able to get anything going at all.
Leonis Martin will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and
46.
he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Number 46 is at the plate as he watches ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Simmons to his left. He's there. Throw to Pujols is going to be in time, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Joe Jimenez will come on now to try and sort this mess out, as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here. Martin Maldonado will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. Time to move ahead to the top of inning number 7. Miguel Cabrera will strike forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ballgame.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
1-1 pitch is a splitter, called strike 2.
And this isn't the first guy that's been frozen by that pitch tonight. He's had a lot of guys shaking their heads so far.
And here's a swing and a miss from Cabrera as he's set down on strikes, and there's 1 away.
He's really off to a tough start in this series. Remember, he had the hat trick in Game 1 yesterday, and now he's got another strikeout here. Sometimes when you get in a rut like this, they're not always easy to climb out of.
Nick Castellanos is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
I think a lot of pitching coaches would like to see that first pitch strike ratio better than about 60%, but that's what he's got going for him tonight, and he's pitched very well.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now.
He's making quick work of the middle of this lineup. Back-to-back strikeouts against their number 3 and 4 hitters.
Victor Martinez stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. hit in the air to straightaway center. Trout over to his right. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. They trail in this one 11-0. Mike Fiers will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Andrelton Simmons digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. We'll look ahead now and pick this one back up in the top of inning number 8. James McCann will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And he falls behind 0-2. Line toward the alley in left center. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through. The throw into second. And he will make it there to start the 8th. It's a leadoff double.
Yeah, not a lot of offense to go around for these guys so far. It's just their 3rd hit of the ball game, but at least this one's an extra base hit and goes for a double.
Jose Iglesias will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
And that misses 2-2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
And this is hit in the air over toward the left field line. And now third base coach Dave Clark's giving him the come on around third. And the run is in to score from second.
22, Victor Reyes.
Victor Reyes will stand in to keep things going. And I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
Here comes the first pitch. Splitter here, and it's taken for strike one. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He's at second with his 4th double here on the season. Some stirring now in that Angel bullpen, as it'll be both a lefty and a righty that start to get loose. Set to deliver the 0-1.
Nope, ball one.
Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Down the third baseline. Played on the backhand. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Dixon Machado will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Into the seats, 0-1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. First and second here with nobody out. Off-speed pitch, and this one runs in and nearly gets him here.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase. But when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Crowd on the run. 1 out. Trout's throw will come in too late. He's in there at third.
Good job there at second base of doing the math in his head and figuring out he can make it up to third. So that puts runners on the corners now with only 1 away.
Leonis Martin will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Now here comes Angels manager Mike Scioscia on his way to the mound, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he receives a nice ovation from this home crowd, departing after surrendering just 1 earned run.
Your attention, please. Now
so with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a
Number
lefty
48,
of their own out of the bullpen
Jose
here.
Alvarez.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Line drive to left. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
That's a nice swing of the bat right there. Hits that ball right on the button out to left field. That'll easily score that runner from third.
Middleton will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Stepping in now, number 46, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
Well, there's the true definition of a power arm out of the bullpen. He just reared back and said, go ahead, try to hit it. And he blew that four-seamer right by the guy.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Line toward right center. And that's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. The runner from second crosses the plate.
That's a great example of one teammate picking up another there. After the guy before him struck out and couldn't drive the run in, he gets him off the hook here by knocking in the run with 2 away.
Nick Castellanos stands in. The 8th man to bat in the inning as he'll get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out.
Oh, this has been a very nice inning for them so far, but it still could get better.
3 runs already home here. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. Fastball called strike, 1-2.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. A throw behind the runner at second, and the runner back easily. The 1-2 pitch. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Here comes the payoff pitch. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And they are really hitting their stride now as this will cut into that deficit even further. And a relay to the plate. And not in time as the second run scores.
And if this was going to be fair, it wasn't going to be fair by much. You'll see it hit just inside the white line. Another foot or so, and that's a foul ball. Instead, this is going to go for a double and drive in 2.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Hit hard down the right field line, but foul. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Up in the zone for him, and he takes a called strike 2. Third double of the game for these guys as you see the comparison there. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. 2 out here and a runner at second. Hit hard up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit around third and being waved on home, and he is in there.
Well, apparently they still got a pulse here. A run is in to score on the base hit, and now with another hit or 2, they could really make this interesting.
James McCann steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. A runner on first with 2 away. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And a slider that time as this ball's hammered to deep left field. And that is the definition of a mistake pitch there as this ball is gone. A home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, and just like that, it's down to a 3-run ball game.
Well, this is the chance you take when you work up in the zone like this. I mean, this is right in his happy zone, and he jumps all over it and sends it right over the wall.
Cam Bedrosian will enter the ball game out of the pen as he'll look to get the final out here in the top of inning number 8. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Takes this the other way to right. A dive, but he can't come up with it in right as it skips right past him. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, unfortunately, this is probably going to be his last at-bat. This triple will give him 3 legs of the cycle, so unless his guys really go to work, he won't have a chance to finish it off. But either way, he's had a tremendous ball game. And this is the capper right here.
Standing in now, Victor Reyes, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. And it's in time at first, and hallelujah, the side is retired. But they do not go quietly as they strike for 8 big ones here in this half inning. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Angels 11 and the Tigers 8. Zach Cozart will get us started here for the Angels with the excitement waiting on deck in the form of Mike Trout.
And he's already been on base 3 times in this ballgame, so let's see if he can do it one more time.
Fires is ready. Here comes the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. 1-1. One and one, here it comes. That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2. Grounded down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Hit hard back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Well, here we are. It's the second month of the season, and this guy is showing no signs of slowing down. Got himself another multi-hit ball game here.
Some action now in the Tigers' bullpen as they'll get a left-hander and a right-hander up to throw. First pitch of the at-bat. Mike Trout checks his swing here on the first pitch, and it's 1-0. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1.
You know, when I watch Mike Trout and I see the speed and the power, it reminds me of Mickey Mantle. And whatever you do, don't give him something down in the zone to hit. He loves the ball down.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Well, you mentioned pitching to Trout low in the zone. It's become fairly well known. If you're going to do it, you better do it on the first pitch.
Yeah, no question, because he's famous for taking the first pitch in almost every at-bat. And I don't think I'd test him, Matty. He's scary at all times with a bat in his hand.
And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
The
Yep,
left
single,
fielder,
and then a walk to start the inning. Well, this is exactly how big innings get started. So they're set up now to maybe put up a crooked number.
Now
here.
pitching
Number
for
53
Detroit.
will come in and pitch now.
53.
Justin Upton will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here.
Well, I think he's already had a pretty good week in this game already. 3 RBIs in this one.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
And this is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from you, so you got to suck it up.
That evens it up 1-1. None out, runners at first and second. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. And, oh, this one's by him to the backstop. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Still 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
You're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place here. If you go ahead and walk them, you're loading the bases for your cleanup hitter.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And before the big 3-2 pitch, time is called at home plate. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
And this could really be trouble now because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Albert Pujols comes to the plate with the bases juiced, and it seems a big hit here could really put this one out of reach.
Yeah, and pretty much any glimmer of hope for those guys in the field would have to be gone if he comes through with a big knock right here.
0-1's the count.
Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike 1.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And they try to get Pujols to chase here, but he lays off. It's 1-2.
Yeah, and he didn't want that one to be in the strike zone. Even with the bases loaded, this is still a strikeout situation, remember.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Bases loaded here, nobody out. And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2.
Now, you can't think corner or perfect pitch here on the mound. And this has got to be somewhere near the middle, and you just got to hope you get lucky.
And all 3 runners on the move here. Bounced weakly near the plate. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
So right here, they get only the out at first. So I think you'd have to say mission accomplished right there. You do get the 1 run in from third. You move the other 2 runners up 90 feet, and you make it so that there's no double play possibility here with 1 out.
Stepping in, Cole Calhoun. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball. So let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order.
Yeah, they decide they don't even want to mess around with this guy. With his track record, it's hard to say you blame him. Let somebody else beat you.
He's set. Here it comes. Andrelton Simmons started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. Bases are loaded here. One man out. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
That's something a lot of men suffer from. Fear of commitment. He can't make up his mind whether to swing at this pitch or not, so he tries to hold up, but it's too late as this turns into an easy little liner over to third.
First pitch on its way. Squared that one up just a little late. A 1 pitch on its way. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Popped high in the air. Cabrera is there for it. And that retires the side. Dixon Machado will stand in. One of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Grounded weakly toward third. Balbuena scoops it up, throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Yeah, up by 4 in the 9th. You want to make sure these guys don't get any momentum on their side, so that's an important first out there.
Leonis Martin stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. In for a strike, it's 1-1.
Yeah, that finds a zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
Hit to first. And Pujols will simply step on first to record the out.
Now batting, number 46.
Number 46 makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good.
But he will make the catch on the hard-hit ball out there, and that will conclude matters here as this ball game is over.
And I think this is a good decision here to let the setup guys stay on to finish this one off. He goes out to pick up the rare save with an excellent effort.
Plenty of offense here in this one as we give you one final look at the line score. And guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here. Justin Upton. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end this really could have been anybody's award, but